And tens of thousands of those fans have their cheese heads on, and it filled the stands of historic Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And away we go from Wisconsin. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he's out of bounds, past midfield. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Herbert on 1st down. Escapes the pocket. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's out of bounds, just inside the red zone. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And a fresh set of downs on its way. First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast. Herbert from the gun. Rolling left, buying some time. Now he takes it, and he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Down.
Motioning the tight end now.
Ready.
Love gonna air this out to start. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
2nd and 10, Love trying again. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete. Didn't read the intended target. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Let's go now.
Love out of the shotgun. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers.
You know, Kate, defenders today are taught, don't just go get the sack. Go get the sack and the fumble. It's become an art form, making that strip sack, and that play was a masterpiece.
Dobbins gets it off the option. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
The throw is caught. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Catch is made in close. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. To rock this offense, looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Dicker on now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chargers drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Man in motion here.
Set, cut.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Big gain downfield. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Okay, ready?
So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin.
Set,
They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And the Chargers bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Working quickly here. From the 47. To his back, J.K. Dobbins. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought down by Quay Walker. On 3rd and 1, it's Herbert. Getting out to his left. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They snap it to Herbert. He finds him beyond the marker. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They'll give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop it behind the line. On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's able to take this down to the red zone. He's stopped at the 17. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down. We're to the 2-minute warning from Lambeau. It's the Chargers with a 3rd and 3. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. On 4th down, here's Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Loud McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play, right? When you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath, and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. But it looked like the Packers were able to cover it. No turnover. They keep possession. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is reeled in by Reed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Love from the gun. And no look there, and that throw falls to the ground.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Here we go.
Loves to throw again. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Look, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge, but offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you can do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
4th down, here's Love. He's gonna push one deep down. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Derwin James picks it. And the Chargers get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense...
They get it right back. That's intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return. Well, they had the advantage for a moment, Brock, but turns out that is all just that moment because they throw an interception to give the ball right back.
And for once, both coaches on both sidelines are preaching the same message. Take care of the ball. Not often you see back-to-back plays end in interceptions, and we're right back to where we were just a couple moments ago. Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Down.
Shotgun now for Love. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
Working inside the red zone. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers.
They gave you that,
parlay
man.
the interception into
You're like,
points.
damn, 21
Watson
whitewashing the
with the
second half. I can't do that.
Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time.
They really had my
It's so
niggas standing there,
true.
knowing
This
good
is a game
and well
of
could have
matchups.
been
When
a
you see
peak.
throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Let's go now.
They send a man in motion.
Ready, ready.
One final shot before halftime. And he will reach the end zone, so a perfect ending to the first half. They get a touchdown and tack on the 2-point try. Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Darius Davis to return it. He's hauled down.
I was about to
What is the
say,
final play
yo.
of our first half.
I mean, that is Darius Davis, though.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. On the return, here comes Reed. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Play fake, it's Love. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on.
Not again.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
A 2nd down throw here for Love. He's trying another one deep. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play.
Not again.
Loose, incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You doing the same plays? I'm doing the
NFL,
same
All
plays.
sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Lately, I gotta watch what I say, cause you take things personal nowadays. You used to laugh, now you get mad. Damn, I just want my friend back, and my mind's don't have.
And that's good for a gain of 5. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Here's 2nd and 5. Buys time, rolling right. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw.
They cheated me right there.
Last pass
Touchdown.
unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Herbert with a blitz coming. Cut out left. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers push their lead further to start the half. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to
But the cherry on top, just want to go for 2.
stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
Well, not the way
Back
they
to
drew it
21.
up, partner, but when it works, who cares? They didn't defend the check down throw, and it's open for 2.
I could still remember one of my first red zone days way back when. Touchdown to check down, touchdown to check down. Now, I know it's not a touchdown, but this check down, well, it was a valuable 2 points.
Nixon now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35.
There ain't no catching them. Boy.
At their own 35-yard line.
A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go. Ready.
Love now. Taken in by Dobbs. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here we go. Here we
Putting
go.
a receiver in motion.
Set, go.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Derwin James picks it.
I told you. It's not about to happen no more. Look over Derwin James. Come on now.
Interception. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Flush down out to his left. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
You know, as you can see here, things broke down a little bit. He tried to find a connection, but he just could not get on the same page. I'll tell you what I do like about that throw, though. He didn't risk an interception, and he put it out of bounds instead.
Jukes one defender. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st. Offense up to the line fast. Herbert throwing on 4th down. He's got it to his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Herbert on 1st down. He's on the move. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
5-9. 5-9. Set.
It's Herbert once more. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Ray.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He has the 1st over the middle.
Don't leave that middle open.
And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. 16 yards on the play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Hey, go lion.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. He loses the football.
Good stuff.
This is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. A nice takeaway to end that 3rd quarter. And they're going to have a new possession waiting to start the 4th. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, well, do some window dressing here in the 4th. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds a seam down the middle. And he'll take it.
I'm telling you, don't main that one person.
Thrown on 1st down, Love. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. Has some daylight through the 40. And he goes out close to the 45.
Have your fun. It's the game is over
Big
already.
gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
And they make the tackle at the 38. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
That's not about to work. I mean, it's not about to do nothing. I'm still beating you by a bunch.
Nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Let's go now.
Love looking to pass. Throwing all the way to the end zone here.
It's not finna happen, my boy.
Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
Love now to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
This will be the last play before our 2-minute warning.
Set. Hut. Set.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf.
Oh my God.
Turnover on downs. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
That drive didn't even matter, though.
Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green
Just like
Bay.
this drive don't matter.
Chargers can rest easy with a 3-score lead. Wow, they're going to pass it here. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Completed here to Johnston. And they're going to haul him down just shy of
I
the
low-key
40.
did not even mean to get the first.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they
That was so
can't
easy,
but
man.
Not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.